Back in 2011, LEGO was having a run of all runs with some of the most beloved games being released. And with little Lucius growing up with said games, I, of course, ironically, have never played this one, with it being LEGO Harry Potter years 5 to 7. The LEGO Harry Potter games have done pretty well, and with it being the only LEGO game to be remastered, to my knowledge, and with LEGO Harry Potter years 1 to 4 already being done on my channel, go check it out, I had to complete the duo. And I must say, after getting 100% for this game and getting the platinum, it doesn't have the same charm as years 1 to 4. The plan for this platinum is, well, pretty much the same as every early LEGO game. With 49 trophies in the game, including the platinum, it being an expected difficulty of 3 out of 10 on PSN profiles, and we believe in PSN profiles, taking around 20-esque hours to complete, breaking it into multiple stages, with stage 1 just being getting through the game, with 4 different movies set as 4 different stories, 6 levels per story/movie. Once that's finished, it's then stage 2, the free play section, which is just grabbing a couple characters before this to make sure I can do everything in the levels for free play, going in and getting all the collectibles, which I will talk more when we hit this stage. Stage 3 is then just the collectibles in the open world aspect, and of course any miscellaneous trophies that are left over. But again, I will get into that more when we get to that stage. Last quick thing with the story mode, after every one of the levels there will be a trophy, and at the end of each year, which is end of each story/movie, there will also be a trophy there, which is basically half of the trophies. So I won't just pop them every time, but probably will just stack them for the end of each year. You'll see when we get to that stage. For now though, let's get straight into the game. The game kicks off with Harry still dealing with the events of the Goblet of Fire, before he's forced to spring into action due to an attack. Meeting Mad-Eye Moody then, as Harry is now on trial because of the attack, because he obviously had to protect himself and Dudley. It's okay though, because Albus, Percival, Wulfric, Brian, Dumbledore saves the day. Getting to Hogwarts and meeting the new teacher, Dolores Umbridge. Her teaching style can be seen as questionable, and the students do try to learn some other things on the side. It doesn't go well, safe to say, but it does get our first taste of learning lessons in this game, which does have a future trophy attached to it. I then watch a jailbreak. I assume this is bad. Trying for a second time with the secret lessons, and once again it gets discovered, so Harry heads off to see Hagrid, who turns out has a brother. The resemblance is uncanny. Now we're doing a bit of a flashback with Snape and Harry's parents, which, when completed, kind of gives me a new feeling towards Snape, I guess is the best way to describe it. One of the new features I get introduced to in this game are called Weasley Crates, which is got a trophy attached to it, which will be done later, but it's for using every Weasley character to open a crate. Also, Umbridge goes for a pony ride, kinda. During this year, Harry's also been having some weird dreams, so, of course, he heads off to go investigate their origins. Turns out it was kind of a trap, but it's okay, because backup does arrive. Just fighting wizards now in another new feature called Dueling, which I'm sure isn't overused, and by the end of the game I won't hate it. And doesn't have like 5 trophies attached to it. All is going pretty well though. At least until this happens. R.I.P. Sirius. Just so sad he's got, oh my god, Daddy Dumbledore here, let's go. By the end of this story, even the Wizard Prime Minister can't deny that you know who is back. With that, it's the end of the first year, which is technically year 5 now, so this is when I'll put all the trophies in this year for all the episodes and all that. So, there you go. Damn, only 9% done. This may take a minute. Start of Half-Blooded Prince now, and at the beginning, both London and Diagon Alley is attacked. So of course Harry is, never mind, he's just walking in the streets. I get back to Hogwarts for more classes until Dumbledore gets us to do some dream catching. Holiday break now though, so of course everyone is getting drunk. And now Harry is doing chores, all for invitation to a fancy dessert. The dessert was okay, I guess. Having some nice one-on-one time with Jenny though, until I gotta do more chores, what the hell. Just like that, everything is on fire now too. What the hell? And the house is gone. Great. Things only getting worse for Ron though, because he's been roofied, so gotta help him now too. After helping him though, do see Draco being weird in the corridors, so of course, gotta confront him in the boys' toilets. Moving swiftly on from the boys' toilets for obvious reasons, Jenny and Harry kissing? Wow, let's focus on that now. So, turns out all the soul searching that Dumbledore and Harry were doing was to find a relic. It was only a little protected. It's okay though. Until this happens. And just like that, it's the end of year 6. %16.5%, slowly but surely getting there. It's endgame time now, and Harry is priority 1, to the point that everyone is now Harry. Of course, like everything else in this series, it doesn't exactly go well. Harry does make it out though, and the trio gets some new toys as well. Well, Ron and Hermione do. One of the new toys, well, Ron's new toy, I should say, is a deluminator. And when I use it for the first time, it gives me a trophy. Hermione's toy is a bag. It's wedding time now, though, even though there is a war kind of happening. And you'll never guess how the wedding goes. To escape the wedding, the gang has to use apparation, which was the last lesson I needed for that trophy. That trophy being, of course, the one I mentioned before. At this point, the trio have learned about Horcruxes and are now hunting for more. And after breaking into Wizard HQ to steal one, just have to destroy it. Still hunting other Horcruxes now, and there was this older lady who seemed to want to help. She did seem a little strange, but we don't judge. Except she is definitely strange. Escaping the snake jars to catch up with Ron, who is swimming in a lake to investigate something weird, with, of course, Harry joining him. Turns out that it was the Gryffindor sword, which Ron used to destroy the Horcrux they had. Well, he would if the game didn't softlock me, so I had to redo it all. And when I got back to that point, I somehow got to Hogwarts, which was a trophy. It was just for visiting Hogwarts during years 7 and 8. During the movies, we were banished from there, but, you know, who cares? It's a trophy. Back to redoing the sword, though, and Ron destroys it. Everyone's happy. Getting some knowledge now on Horcruxes, and I play as the 3 brothers that made a deal with death. Then find out that Luna got kidnapped by the Death Eaters, who are Voldemort's evil lackeys.
just to make sure that's clear.
Finding Luna and some others in the Malfoy's dungeon, I'm pretty sure. Thanks to some help from our little friend Dobby, everyone gets to a big hall and breaks into separate battles. Once again though, Dobby saves the day. He really is just the MVP of the team. Shit. With that bombshell, it's the end of year 7. %22 done. 1 year to go. Of course, new year, but still looking for Horcruxes, and this one leads us to Gringotts, the wizarding bank. With disguises and spells, everyone does break into the bank to find a dragon, steal the Horcrux, which was like a little cup, and then fly off with said dragon. Time to head back to Hogwarts, and I find it in a sort of boot camp shape, being run by Snape. After dealing with Snape and getting Hogwarts back, it was time to protect it already, with, you know, the war happening. So while everyone's setting up their traps and their shields, of course, Harry goes hunting for more Horcruxes, but turns out one of them is with the Ravenclaw ghost, and it was a crown. Destroying the crown wasn't the most simple task in the world, due to Draco being very persistent. But even still, Harry still saves him when times get tough, and does in the end destroy the crown. The trio then heads to the boathouse thanks to Harry's visions, and finds Snape there, being left for dead after Voldemort and his snake didn't like how Snape treated their tea time. Turns out though that Snape has been a mole for Dumbledore this whole time, and that also Harry has been a Horcrux himself this whole time, and must be killed by Voldemort. Harry heads off to the forest to do what he's got to do, but just before we get to that stage, he does get to see all his loved ones again. It's a really nice moment, especially in the movie. But for now, let's just watch this. Of course, so Harry comes back, and it's final fight time. First, Bellatrix dies Smith Weasley. Then Harry faces Voldemort, and this happens. With that, it's the end of year 8, and in turn, the end of the game, with a total of 31 trophies being gotten from that point. And being 28% done. Going into the free play phase now. Now, before starting the actual free play part, I did have to grab some things to be able to do everything in free play. A Dark Arts character, who I used Grindelwald, which can be found in the tower by hitting the red globe with your Defendo spell. A strong character, I used Dudley, found in the cafe in the London area. Do an order puzzle near the window to unlock him. The last character needed is a key character. I used Miss Cole, who is the same area as Dudley. Just use magic on the sink in the back room of the cafe and her character token will pop out. I do also recommend getting around 8 times worth of stud multipliers just to make life easier, but if you haven't found them yet, you can just do that later. This is a game where you can leave the level in the middle of it and still have all that progress saved. One last thing before going into free play. When you start the mission and you're about to click a character, make sure you select one of the characters that you need for unlocks, whether it's a key character, strong character, or dark magic character. Because as if you just select like Harry, it may not give you all the characters you need. Now to finally actually get into replaying all 24 levels again, making sure to grab 3 character tokens, 1 student in peril, 4 house emblems, which is this version of minikits in this game, and True Wizard, which is collecting a certain amount of studs per level, and they are different amounts every time. During this free play as well, I do grab some miscellaneous ones, with one being using a Quibbler for the 25th time, which is just basically a little machine that gives me special glasses to see invisible Lego bricks. If you've seen the movies, you know what I mean about. But here's a trophy. Also, right in the middle of this cleanup, I also get a trophy for hitting 50% of completion this game. So, that was nice. Finally getting all the collectibles in free play, I get nothing. But that's okay, because I do now have enough gold bricks to do a bonus level, which does have a trophy related to it. For the bonus level, it's basically just a Lego city where I have to collect 1,000,000 studs. And it was kind of a pain, not gonna lie, but I did complete it, so thank God. Now it's cleanup time, but to do that I do need to find all the collectibles in the open world. Mainly for the character tokens, as there are 6 different trophies related to buying characters. So of course, after collecting all the open world red bricks, gold bricks, student peril, and character tokens, I go purchase all the characters, including all of Dumbledore's army members, all pajama characters, variants, all bad wizards, every character with a pet, all Order of the Phoenix character variants, and finally all witch characters. All of this, of course, leading to my next trophy with reaching 100%. Now it's miscellaneous time, and the first one was for finishing a trophy I mentioned earlier. Weasley does it, for opening a Weasley box with every Weasley character. Next was for just recreating the dancing scene with Harry and Hermione in the tent from Deathly Hallows Part 1. Then, using Voldemort, I Avada Kedavra'd every variant of Harry, getting that trophy. Then I had to defeat my 30th Red Cat, which is just this little mushroom person, and luckily I only needed to do 2 more, so that was easy. Next was collecting 1,000,000,000 studs, and shout out to stud multipliers. Then, all I had to do was defeat Bellatrix with Sirius Black, and with Neville dressed as a waiter. And then the platinum. So, with a total of 38 hours plays to get this platinum, I have to say, it's a bit for me. The new dueling feature to me is too used in the game, and it made it kind of bland by the end. The Lego charm is still there though, and I definitely would say go platinum it. Till next time though, please do like the video if you enjoyed it, comment what games you want to see in the future, and subscribe if you want to see more of my platinums. Till next time, see ya!